Oh my goodness. What's happening, everyone? I hope you're all keeping the very best, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you some of the things I'm getting up to today. I'm going to be taking the dog a big walk. First I need to feed him because he is hungry. I'm going to let him rest. I'm going to feed myself, get a lot of eggs in. I need to get that protein up. I've been doing a lot better with getting the protein up, but I really need to stick with it. Then I'm going to be doing some training. I want to show you some of the stuff I've been doing in my training. I'm working through some injuries as well. I'll be giving you some tips along the way and some advice on, things you can do to work through injuries and also strengthen your legs and become more athletic. That's how I like my eggs there. Nothing fancy. I'm not doing anything I wouldn't normally do. This is just basic. And like it says, this is how I eat. I also have bad eating habits, if I'm being completely honest with you, so there's no point showing you that I'm eating this. At times I'll open a thing of Pringles or eat a frozen pizza. And speaking of bad habits, I'm not going to show you one thing and then not show you another. Dr. Pepper. Lovely stuff. Sit. Stay. Go get. Good boy. That's a good boy. So a wee thing I do with Koba, I've been doing it since he's a pup, but every time he's eating, I try to get involved. Petting around him, patting his back, getting my hands, into his food and feeding him. And I don't know if you've ever had a big breed dog before, a big dominant dog, but sometimes they can have food aggression, especially when they're a big hungry beast like this. And something that might be really helpful to do is when you are feeding them from a young age, from a pup, try to, actually feed from your hand and get involved with the feeding. Touch around them, push around them, because these things might happen. You don't want to have them being food aggressive. So this is something I would do, and hopefully that's helpful. It's a helpful tip. Good boy. You're a good boy, aren't you? You're a great boy. Good boy. So the first thing I'm starting off with here is the Zercher squat. Now before I jump into anything, I want to make sure that I'm warming up correctly. And like I says in previous videos, it's so important to spend some time warming up correctly. If you jump into a workout and you jump in with your first set being your warm-up set, really you're asking for trouble. Look, we've all done it, I've done it myself, but it doesn't help. You make sure that you are warming up, especially if you've had injuries. I've had knee problems with judo, I've had wrist problems and hand problems with boxing. I need to make sure I'm warming up correctly, making sure that my tissue is increasing in temperature. I want to make sure that my muscle is being activated. I want to make sure that my mobility is being utilized, and even my skills. So when I'm going into barbell squat, or if I'm going in to do an overhead press, I want to make sure that I'm actually practicing the movement with a light weight, making sure my technique is on point, making sure everything is feeling okay before I just jump into the workout. But like I said, we're working on the Zercher squat here. This is an excellent movement for building strength. It's an excellent movement if you do have some problems with mobility when you're barbell squatting. I find this here has really helped me. It's something I feel very comfortable doing with injuries. And that's what you're trying to do in training. You're trying to work around your injuries. You're trying to work around what suits you best with your mobility and everything else. Another thing I want to point out about the Zercher squat, and I have mentioned this before, it really translates well over into martial arts. It translates well into grappling. So when you're going for underhooks, or maybe you're squeezing, chokes, whatever it may be, this here movement is really going to help with all athletes, but in general, I think it's really going to benefit strength athletes that want to improve their martial arts. When you're doing the Zercher squat, make sure that your forearms are being engaged. I do see people doing it like this, and that's fine if that feels comfortable for you, but as the weight gets heavier, I find that it's best to squeeze the forearms, making sure that you're creating some stability. Squeezing nice and tight, brace your core, step out, get into position, and from here, we're about to go into your squat. Big breath in. Drive up. I'm working through the weight here now. I'm moving up 60 kilos, and the reason being for this is that I feel pretty warm. I feel I'm ready to go, and everything's feeling nice, to be completely honest. This weight isn't enough to put that much strain on my body, but it is enough to test me. This I'm going to count as my first set. Now I'm doing 5 sets of 5 reps. That felt really nice, to be honest. Felt really good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. So I am going to move up here. I feel strong. That feels nice. It's moving well. And I've got 4 more sets to go. So when you're doing something strength related, try to take a wee bit more extra time to recover. So you're going to be using a lot of ATP there. You're going to be using that fast twitch. You know, them fast twitch fibers are going to be firing up there. So you do need to give yourself a wee bit more time, okay? You want to build that strength. You want to make sure that you are well recovered so that your next sets are being done correctly with good form, good technique, and you're getting the most out of the workout. So I have one more set on the Zercher squat, but the next thing I'm going to be doing after that is I'm going to be doing a prowler pull and a prowler push. And the reason for that is it's going to help me with my knee injuries. There's great studies into just doing something as a simple pull on a prowler that really helps the back of your hamstrings. It's also going to help your knees, and it's something that's you don't have to have the best mobility in the world to be able to do. So this is a really good thing.
This is the dream plan.
Okay, that's us done with that. Right, so next thing I'm going to do, before my camera dies here, I'm going to do a wee bit of stretching, cool off, get up to the house, do a bit of power hosing. Okay, so the last bit of the video today is we're power hosing the yard. We want to make sure that it's all nicely bleached down, it's sanitised. Koba is in his bed inside the house, he's chilling out and he's getting some relaxing time. We won't bring him out until the yard's fully washed down, fully sanitised, and this is something from here on in I'm going to try to do every Sunday, making sure his yard is lovely and sanitised and clean. And like it says, he has this whole yard to play around with, he has this whole space that he can move around and get his legs stretched out, and it keeps him safe and it keeps him happy. Have a great Sunday and have a great week ahead of yourself. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe, comment below, give me new ideas, and I'm happy to hear from you.